Here we are then with part 2 of Season 3 of the Immersive Driver Career Mode with Red Bull. Part 42 of the series so far. Thank you for the incredible support on Monday's episode. Make sure you leave a like if you are enjoying it. It would be great if we could hit 30 likes on this video. I'm not sure you guys can do it, but let's give it a go anyway. That would be absolutely amazing. Today we've got the Chinese Grand Prix, and we're going to do a 25% race today, just because I think last year it was a fairly uneventful Grand Prix until we had the incident halfway through, and unfortunately eventually retired from the race. But we did get the fastest lap before we finished off, and hopefully we'll be able to do something similar today. But the pace hasn't really been there, I'll be honest with you, so it is going to be a real tough one. But let's see how we get on in qualifying. Well, here we come then, up to the line. It's not going to be the best time, and in fact it's only 10th place, just ahead of Guan Yuzhu, or Zhou, whatever his name is. But not an ideal start, to say the least, and very, very fortunate to not go into the barriers there. But we are currently through to Q2, but again, not doing very well. We've destroyed this set of tyres, trying to get out of the way of those guys, but the tyres are just too hot. We'll have to wait for the Williams to come round, and then we should be able to get through. There we go. Enough of a gap, and this time should be okay.
There's only one lap of fuel.
But that was
remaining.
embarrassing. Well, there we are, through in our usual position of 14th. We sometimes improve from that, and certainly in the last Grand Prix that was true. But I don't see how we're going to make up, you know, a second and a bit to get through to the top 10, but we will try our absolute best, and, you know, maybe starting outside of the points is it's not going to be the worst thing. Well, here we come up to the line then, and it's well a 129.7, which would have been enough for the top 10 in Q1, so we'll certainly settle for that. That's pretty good. Gonna start going around again to see if there is anywhere that we can massively make up time. Already in the first sector, making up a tenth of a second, and yeah, I somehow think a 129.6 would probably just about be enough. Well, here we come up to the line then, 2/10 quicker, and it's only enough for 11th. That's a pity. Oh, I lost a tenth of a second in that last corner. Just ran a little bit wide, too much onto the curbs. And it's P11 for our second Grand Prix with Red Bull. I mean, we didn't have enough pace, to be brutally honest, to get through to Q3 anyway, but yeah, that's a sore one, but at the very least we can start on the slower tyre and go longer into the race. So let's see how we get on.
It's time again then for Formula One in Shanghai. Northwest of this thriving city of over 24 million people is a circuit that first featured in the championship calendar back in 2004. And of course played host to Formula One's 1000th World Championship event in 2019. We start a lap here at Shanghai with the long, difficult right-handers of turns 1 and 2, the first of 16 corners that make up this 3.3-mile circuit. The incredibly long back straight provides the best passing opportunity of the lap, with speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour before the braking zone of turn 14. Alongside me once again for coverage of today's race, it's none other than the great Anthony Davidson. Let's start with the new Alfa Romeo driver. We have a number of changes to the aerodynamic regulations this year, and the signs haven't looked good for them so far in terms of getting to grips with those changes.
There are a few downcast looks within the team this weekend. I think they've been hit fairly hard by the new regs. But this is only the first step down a long road of development, and even if they don't maximise their points today, there are plenty more up for grabs this season.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Norris, Daniel Ricciardo, and Fernando Alonso, Giovinazzi, Vettel, Leclerc, and Sergio Perez. The captain, Tsunoda, Lance Stroll, and Gasly, Ocon, Russell, Nicholas Latifi, and Mick Schumacher, Joe, and Nikita Mazepin. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
Okay then, here we are down on track, ready for the race. It's going to be a simple medium then soft tyre strategy, I think. Probably this one, going for 9 laps on the mediums and then getting out there on the soft tyres and coming back at the rest of the field. I think that's our best opportunity today, and hopefully we can have a decent turn 1, but all of that will become clear at lights out. Here we go then. Lights out, away we go. Here in China. Not a bad getaway, but we are getting swamped a little bit as we head towards the first corner. Well, we managed to just about keep ourselves out of trouble here. Possibly a little bit of side pod damage. Well, so virtual safety car's out.
The safety car has been deployed. Slow down and maintain a positive delta. There's been an incident resulting in a high level of debris on the track.
So that was a little bit unexpected, to say the least. And unfortunately, it's neutralised this start. But it means everybody's going to be close together. Annoyingly, the delta's reducing, even though we're just keeping the same distance to George Russell.
VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags.
So it is ended. And there we go, we're underway once again here in China. Now then, got a good exit. Can we get past George Russell here? That's the big question. Can we get past him? Oh, I don't think we're going to quite have enough. We can have a little look down the inside here, and whoa, there's a few cars. Oh, that was so close. We nearly took out Tsunoda there. Everybody just seemed to go slow into that corner, but we got who we were going for, George Russell. Little slide out of the final corner, and Russell is going to have us again here, I think. But we're going to have him down the inside. Better straight line speed. And we are through on the Williams car. And back up into 13th. But you got to say, on the evidence so far, I'm not sure we're going to do much better than that.
Max is in the pits. Max in the pits.
Well, a few people are starting to come into the pits as we enter lap 5 of this Grand Prix. And we're managing to keep pace with Tsunoda ahead and the 2 Ferrari cars. And of course we are on the medium tyre, so it's important that in this phase of the race we keep that sort of pace going. Hopefully we're quicker than them on medium tyres, and that means we'll get some sort of overcut. Although having said that, we have lost a big heap of time in that first sector to Tsunoda. A bit of a slide there as well, which isn't good. Now all of a sudden 2.6 seconds behind the Japanese driver. Well, he should be coming into the pits this lap. Hopefully.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
I have no idea what they're going to say. Ha! Look at that. Keep the same strategy. Why not?
Copy that.
So Tsunoda will be in the pits this lap. We need to make sure that we are on top 4.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
So we now take over the lead of the Grand Prix as Tsunoda has come into the pits, and I think everybody that started on the soft tyre have now come in, and it's all about how much time we can pull out on those guys behind. I have no idea where we're currently scheduled to come out. Let's have a little look. 13th at the moment, which is exactly where we were on track before. So just gotta hope that it's a little bit closer to those guys and we can use the soft tyres to good effect. Here we come then into the pit lane. And we're in. Where are we going to come back out? That is the big question here.
Complete, go
We're
now.
away in 2.5 seconds. Are we going to come out just behind Tsunoda? I think we are.
That was our last
There
stop.
we go, but we
No
are
more
going to come
scheduled
out
pit
ahead of
stops.
Gasly, so pretty much where we were when they came into the pits. The difference is we've now got the soft tyres on, they're on older mediums. This should hopefully be a chance to get back into the points. We can see where 10th place is. We've got 5 laps to go here. Well, we went down the inside of Tsunoda. I think he's going to manage to get back through, and he does. That was a very risky move, but we had to try it. And now we go down the inside into turn 1, and we're up to 12th. So, made up 1 position. Now we got to go and get our old car, Sergio Perez, and Leclerc in front of him on the hard tyres. Surely he's going to be easier to pass. Purple first sector. Our pace is pretty good here. And there you go, fastest lap of the race.
Fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
A 1:30.9. And you can see visibly how much closer we are to the Ferraris. We've got 3 laps to go here. Can we do it? Well, this has got to be a chance on Perez. We are right in his gearbox. DRS enabled. ERS enabled. He goes to the inside. We go to the inside too. Oh my god. Charles Leclerc nearly took us out there.
Good job.
But we're through.
Nice overtake.
Well, look how close we are to Charles Leclerc now on the final lap of the race. Are we going to get a chance to go past him? That's the big question. I think we have to just try and stay close. Save up our energy for the long straight like we did with Perez. You can see how close we are, how much more speed we have. We're just going to have to be patient, get ourselves a good exit. And that's exactly what we get. ERS enabled. And here we go. There's the DRS. We're going to have to go for it here. This is going to be a big move down the inside, and we managed to make it as Bottas wins the Chinese Grand Prix. We are going to come home in 10th place and with the fastest lap, meaning that we're going to get 2 points today, but
All right, race over.
well,
Take care of the car
an
on the way
intense
in.
last couple of laps there, but we managed to make it through.
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection, a shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
Well, there you go. Awesome
After
Grand
today's
Prix.
performance, Valterri Bottas secures the championship lead. So let's review the updated driver standings. Now, let's discuss, Ant, who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Lance Stroll certainly put in an impressive performance today. No doubt his team and fans are extremely proud.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes moved to the top of the table. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Well, there we have it then. We finished 10th. We do get 2 points though, so I'm quite happy about that. Down to second in the Drivers' Championship because Bottas won the Grand Prix. But hey, we'll take that. Some points on the board in this Grand Prix when the pace wasn't great. We made the strategy work even after a poor start. So, you know, we'll take that. Certainly in a 25%er. That's, you know, what we're going to have to accept if we're not bang up to date in qualifying. Max Verstappen a lot better this weekend than he was last weekend, so, you know, we'll just have to see how that battle develops throughout the year. But if you've enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up down below, subscribe for more F1 content, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.